Hello, and welcome to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. How and when do I start saving to take one day off a month? So first, I'd like to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring us. If you are looking for a great EHR, you can get 2 months for free using the promo code Allison. So here's my answer to this. I want to zoom way out, and I also want to focus in. So we need to be really intentional, partly because of Parkinson's law, that idea that the more money you make, the more money you spend. And so if you don't have solid plans and goals in place, you absolutely will spend whatever money you're making every month, and you're going to get used to this ever increasing lifestyle and feel like you never get a break. And I'm not here to rain on anybody's lifestyle parade. If you want to have the lifestyle you want, but if you're not planning with the financial piece, then you're ultimately missing out on a much better lifestyle. Because just think about buying little things here and there. I know I did that on Instagram this week, and not being really thoughtful and intentional. I want you to first do the Fun with Fees calculator that my friend Tiffany McLean developed. I'm putting that in the caption. It's a cool instrument that has you thinking about what you want and need financially for this career to be sustainable. And it's going to give you a fee per session that allows you to make what you want and need to make. But make sure when you're doing this calculator that you account for more time off than you plan to take. So I strongly, strongly recommend that you take off at least 6 weeks per year when you're doing this math. And if you're like me and you basically never used your paid time off at your agency job, you may balk at that. But here's why I recommend this. If you or your kid gets the flu, that's an unexpected week off. In many parts of the world, if you get more than a snow flurry, you get an unexpected week off. In private practice, you're likely making enough to go on a bona fide vacation. So please take at least a week off for a vacation. The holiday season is usually slower for sessions. You may as well take a week off, even if you're used to working and muscling through that. So that's at least 4 weeks right there. You could add in 1 weekday per month for an additional 12 days off, and that's bringing us closer to that 14. You could also consider occasional longer weekends here and there, or even a cushion for cancellations or dips in your practice. So when you're planning, a lot of people like to latch onto a number like $100,000 a year. And again, I prefer you to do the math of what you actually want through Tiffany's Fun with Fees calculator, and then choose, rather than choose an arbitrary number. You might come up with something higher or lower than whatever arbitrary number you've plucked out of the sky. So we're going to use $100,000, after saying all that. We're going to use $100,000 for this example because it's a round number that I hear the most. So if you're doing that math at 52 weeks of year of work, which nobody should do, then you'd find that you needed to make $8,077 per month to reach $100,000. Now, if you factor in 6 weeks off, which is a much more realistic number for 99% of us, you're going to realize you need $9,130 per month. And this is your business bringing that in. So that's over $100,000 difference, and possibly why you're finding it hard to reach previously set goals. If you're doing the math as if you never missed a session all year long, you're going to be at a constant deficit. Most of us are not mathy, and we do this part of our business really hastily to kind of get it out of the way. But when you build your goals on a faulty premise and you keep wondering why it's not working, then we have to go back to find where the error is. So I'm going to answer your question. Let's say you've done this work and you know what you need per year, and there are a ton of different ways to pay yourself. If you're taking a day off per month, that's regular enough that you don't have to save from 1 month's revenue to pay into the next month's revenue. That's something you might need to do around the holidays, for instance, if you plan to take a whole week off, or if you're going to take a summer vacation, you might want to do that then. Or you might be making enough money that you can float yourself out of 3 weeks of work per month, which would be awesome. But you may want to do that for vacations, but I don't think you need to do that for 1 day per month, because that can just be built into what your revenue looks like. You are decreasing your revenue every month by doing that, but you're likely increasing your happiness and your ability to stay in this profession long term. I say that's a very, very fair trade. In solo practice, it's really easy to see how much is lost when you take time off, and that's a scary trap for us. Since we don't get paid if we're not doing therapy, it can feel like a huge loss to take a whole day or a whole week off, especially if you have a high fee or you see a lot of clients in a day or a week. But those days off are so necessary to continue doing what you're doing. So if you're clear on what you want and need to make in a year, you can let go of the more granular daily or weekly decisions about each day. Because if you've built in this cushion of 6 or more weeks, then you don't have to fret over it every month or every time you're feeling too sick to go into work. So that's what I got for you today. If you need support around your practice, if you're trying to build and you're having a hard time, please come join us over in the Abundance Party. We teach you everything you need to know to have a successful practice, and we've got a really awesome community too. That's over at abundanceparty.com. If you have questions for Ask Allison, you can either email us at hello@abundancepracticebuilding.com, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm abundance_practice_building over there. I hope y'all have a great day.